A life taken too soon. A 23-year-old Brooklyn Park woman shot and killed over what her loved ones say was an act of pure jealousy and hate. Investigators say the ex-boyfriend of 23-year-old Zaria McKeever recruited two teenagers to help him beat up McKeever's boyfriend. Instead, McKeever ended up shot and killed. 22-year-old Eric Haynes of Brooklyn Park is charged with second-degree murder. According to the criminal complaint, Haynes had been threatening and harassing the victim for weeks leading up to her death. McKeever was shot and killed during the early morning hours on Tuesday at the Eden Park apartment complex. According to the criminal complaint, two teens had broken into an apartment where McKeever and her boyfriend were staying. The boyfriend jumped out of a second-story window to call 911. When police arrived, they found McKeever lying on the floor with a bullet wound to her lower abdomen. The medical examiner says she died of multiple gunshot wounds. The victim's ex-boyfriend admitted to buying the gun and giving it to one of the teens who fired the fatal shots, then helping the teens flee the scene. A GoFundMe page has been set up to pay for funeral expenses. McKeever leaves behind a 1-year-old daughter she shared with the suspect. Former Brooklyn Center Police Chief Tim Gannon, who is suing the city over state statute and employment violations, appeared in court this week. Thursday, the attorney representing the defendants, which include Brooklyn Center City Manager Reggie Edwards and Councilmember Marquita Butler, asked the judge to dismiss several of the complaints made by the former chief in his suit. Gannon claims he was forced to resign as a form of retaliation for not immediately firing Kim Potter, the officer who fatally shot Dante Wright during a traffic stop. Gannon believes Potter deserved due process per the collective bargaining agreement. In addition, Gannon's suit claims the city defamed his professional reputation, terminated him because of his race, and violated open meeting laws. The defendant's attorney asked for the retaliation and race complaints to be dismissed, along with a defamation claim against Councilmember Marquita Butler. After an hour-long hearing, Judge Patrick Robin said he would make a decision at a later date. Residents of Brooklyn Center now have a new discount retailer in the city where they can shop. As Delane Cleveland reports, the city hopes it can be a turning point for an area that has had its share of challenges.
This morning, Burlington celebrated its grand opening here at Brooklyn Center's Shingle Creek Crossing. Store management and city officials have high hopes about what this store can do for the area.
Good morning, welcome to Burlington grand opening.
Shortly after the doors opened at 9 a.m., a stream of customers flowed into Brooklyn Center's newest brick-and-mortar retailer.
A lot of customers have been saying, we've been waiting for you to open. Oh my God, you guys finally opened. We're so happy that you came to this community. We've been always wanting to Burlington in this community. And they finally got it, so a lot of people is happy.
The store that was once known for being a coat factory now offers a variety of merchandise, ranging from clothing to shoes to home decor.
We sell a variety of everything. It's like a one-stop shop. We sell everything here.
The space was once occupied by the arts and crafts store Michael's, but that store closed nearly 2 years ago. City officials on hand today expressed their excitement that a new retailer took its place, despite some of the recent public safety concerns in the area.
We have had our challenges, certainly, but the police department and the local business association will be coming forward with an improved public safety initiative, partnering with the retailers and the police department and city staff. We will be dealing with those issues very effectively.
The store already employs 60 people, but they're looking to hire more help as the holidays approach. If you're interested in applying, we have a link on our website at ccxmedia.org. In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
It's a story set in the 15th century that explores themes still relevant today. In our weekend showcase, Jason Malello gives us a preview of the Wayzata High School production of The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wayzata Theater's The Hunchback of Notre Dame is a lively and intense ride.
It's a very dark story.
The musical is inspired by the Disney movie and the original novel by Victor Hugo.
The stage production takes the music from the Disney film, but sort of retools the story so it's a little bit closer to what the novel is.
And it's a big production. Between cast, crew, and orchestra, More than 90 people are involved.
This is sort of the first time that it really feels like since COVID that we've kind of gotten back to the level of involvement that we used to see.
Reish Naik plays Quasimodo.
What I love so much about Quasimodo is he's got this sort of like youthful innocence to him to start the show.
The Hunchback is one of 3 men pining for Esmeralda, played by Pratiksha Narasimhan.
She's just accepted that life is going to be hard, and I can either be sad about it and mad about it and mope around, or I could find the best in it.
But Hunchback isn't just a love story. It hits on big themes.
Religion and ethnicity and faith.
And divisive issues.
Discrimination against people of color, discrimination against people who look a little different than others, who act different.
Issues that are as relevant today as they were in 15th century Paris, where the story is set.
What the show sort of leaves us with at the end is this message of someday things will be better. It's a show that I think at the end of the day is about empathy.
For the weekend showcase, Jason Malillo, CCX News.
The Hunchback of Notre Dame runs through November 19th. Veterans Day is an opportunity to honor those who have served. There were a host of events on Friday, including at St. Raphael Catholic School in Crystal.
We want to teach the kids generous hearts and how to be charitable and serviceable like the veterans. So the kids love to come because they see an example in these guys in ways they can live their life too.
Around 60 veterans from the community were treated to brunch and a thoughtful program put together by students in kindergarten through 8th grade. We'll leave you with some of that program.
Wayzata's volleyball team is back in the state championship match for a 3rd straight season. Jason Malillo has the highlights from the Trojans' tournament semifinal win.
In the Class 4A state volleyball semifinals, it's Wayzata facing Rogers. First set, Caitlin Vode hammers a kill for an 8-4 Trojans lead. Royals fight back. The block by Emma Ellingson makes it 9-all. But Wayzata takes the set 25-15. The block by Avery Jesowitz on set point is the clincher. Set 2, Anya Schmidt with a cannon for the Royals. They're up 10-7. Sophia Johnson gets hot from the service line, dropping in one of her 4 aces, putting the Trojans up 11-10. Schmidt attacks again, but Stella Swenson and Katie Kelsenberg get the block up, and it's a Wayzata point. Then Jesowitz puts a kill just inside the back line. Trojans win the set 25-14. More good defense by Wayzata in set 3 as Riley Kurth gets the block end point. And later, Kelsenberg rips the kill. Trojans up 23-21. Then on match point, Stella Swenson with another big block, and Wayzata gets the sweep, advancing to the state championship. In St. Paul, Jason Malillo, CCX Sports.
The top 2 seeds are in the Class 4A finals. Wayzata meets Lakeville North for the title Saturday night at 7 at XL Center. We'll have tape-delayed full match coverage of that one Sunday at 4 p.m. on CCX. After some near misses in recent seasons, the Armstrong football team is back in the state playoffs for the first time in nearly 20 years. The Falcons are ready for the Class 5A quarterfinals. They're still practicing in November. That's a good thing for the Armstrong football team. The Falcons are in the state playoffs for the 5th time ever and first time since 2003, before the current players were even born.
It's pretty fun, senior year, first time being there since 03. It's a new experience for me and sure a new experience for half the guys here, so it's just fun.
It makes us feel great, but we just still have our motto of unfinished business, so we're not done yet. So we took the celebration for the weekend, and then now we're locked and loaded for state tournament.
The Falcons had a slow start in their Section 5 5A championship game, falling behind rival Cooper in a game that was still tied 7-7 at halftime. Armstrong exploded in the second half, though, to pull away for a 42-7 win.
Cooper's got some really talented kids, so You know, we had talked about it during the week and knew it wasn't going to be easy, and we did struggle a little bit mentally in the first half, right? We had some boneheaded plays, and but kind of got back on track second half.
First half, we had a lot of penalties, kind of held back our offense a lot. Second half, we came out, cleaned it up, and just played our game.
Next up for Armstrong is the state Class 5A quarterfinal game against Rogers. The Royals beat Spring Lake Park, a team that handed Armstrong one of its 2 losses in the Section 6 final.
It definitely got a lot of our attention. It's just that the matchups were quite different, so you can't really just put it together like, oh, they beat them, so they're going to beat us. But
they're really good, right? Spent the whole day watching film yesterday and obviously getting ready today, and a bunch of physical, big, tough kids, and they're well coached. So they've been there before, and we hadn't been there in quite a while, so we'll see.
It's been a great season so far for Armstrong, with more time to shine. Armstrong and Rogers meet at noon Saturday at Osseo High School. We'll have highlights Monday of that game and also Maple Grove's Class 6A quarterfinal against Eastridge on CCX1 and online at ccxmedia.org. Thanks for watching CCX Sports. I'm Jay Wilcox.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.